All right. Welcome everybody. This is our little website, our web series that we're super excited to bring to you. We know a lot about this topic. We know a lot about stocks, financial literacy, all that kind of stuff. So, just for our first video here, I'd like to go over exactly why we're doing this and what we're doing. This is strictly educational, and it's just to help you guys for the future, for when you want to get your finances together, set yourselves up for retirement. Just make sure you can't get bested by Wall Street. I think everyone out there should have a fair dog in the fight. Um, as always, be responsible with your investments. Be responsible with how you spend your money. Do all of your research beforehand. Consult a financial advisor. None of this is investment advice. Just hoping to get you guys a little ground floor, so to say. Yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Um, our main project is going to be about options, which is a kind of niche market in the financial world, but that's our passion, and we think it's really undiscovered. So we're going to try and bring as many people as we can in to help teach them. And so before we even get anywhere close to options, I need to teach you guys about the basics, about stocks, companies, history, all that. Um, this will be a lot of fun, but definitely trade responsibly. This isn't gambling. So let me just move myself down here. I'd like to start by showing you an ETF. So as you can see on my screen right here, this is the ETF, the ETF of the S&P 500, um, which are the 500 companies that the Standard and Poor's rating company puts into an ETF, and over time, this index tracks the performance of those 500 companies. And as you can see, in the long run, um, when you invest your money and you kind of just close your eyes, go to bed, don't look at your investment for years, you're going to make money. So that's the first lesson. You diversify, especially buying an index fund where you basically get a small piece of 500 different companies. Um, by doing that, in the long run, that's stress-free investing. Even people who bought before 2008, they might have been down for a couple years, They could have stressed over it, or they could have said, you know what, just let my money do its thing. And now they'd be up over 2 to 3 times what they invested. Um, so yeah, um, in the long run, you can invest. Everyone should have their money being invested. Everyone should have their money working for them, especially in today's times where inflation rates are very high. So your money, year after year, is becoming less and less valuable. Think back to the 1930s. You could get a burger, a soda, and a bag of fries for less than a nickel. So that's why you want to always be diversified, have your money growing, compounding. And before we even learn about that, I'm going to show you guys basically how a stock works. So I'm pulling up Apple here. As you can see, Apple's had amazing performance over the past couple decades. Um, and really, you want to try it and get into these projects. You want to try and get into these companies as early as you can, of course, so that you can maximize your profit. Um, but how a stock works is that a company is divided into these little pieces called shares, and there's only a maximum number of shares. So let's say there are a million shares of Apple, just theoretically. And if each share, it currently looks like it's $161 each. That would mean that it would be 161 times a million. That means the company would be worth $161 million. Of course, it's worth a lot more than that because there are a lot more shares outstanding. But when you buy a piece of a company, you're actually taking part ownership of that company. And so when you buy over 50% of a company, you control the company. For example, Activision was just acquired by Microsoft the other day. So as you can see, Microsoft agreed to pay more than they were worth. They were worth $64 a share. Now they jumped all the way to $93 a share. So Microsoft is buying up Activision. It's going to become part of Microsoft, and people who owned Activision shares will now get their shares will convert into Microsoft shares. So that's pretty interesting. Um, but yeah, just so you guys get the gist, when you buy, you hold, you invest in a company that you truly believe will go up. You're taking part ownership, and as their company grows, makes more money, more revenue, more profit, your stock will increase in value, and hopefully, you guys will make a lot of money in your investments. But in future videos, I'm going to talk about options. And I know that might sound like a completely foreign word, like gibberish to you, but I assure you we will teach you and we will get you completely educated on that topic. So to recap, companies such as Microsoft, Apple, Starbucks, all this stuff that you guys know, these are called blue chip stocks. These are basically the biggest companies in the country, what most people own because they think that they're going to continue up and up and up. So yeah, make sure to check out the next video. This was just basically a kind of review video, just getting you guys up to speed so that we can really get deep into things. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm Max. Click that next video.